Alright, we're going to be playing some Stellaris. If you've clicked on this video, that means you care about Stellaris, so you've seen dozens of playthroughs of this game, so that's not what we're going to be doing. See, I am one of the last remaining people that have not gotten any Stellaris DLCs. That's probably going to change pretty soon, because I kind of want some of them, but for the time being, this is base game Stellaris. What I'm going to be testing out is showing you an experimental meta build that will work for only the base game. It does take inspiration from some of the more modern meta builds because of the custodian updates, but it should theoretically work. Anyway, let's give you a look. See, here we go. Okay, might need to adjust some things, because I've heard some bad things about the repugnant trait. Alright, I have returned. So, after some more research, it appears that for what I'm going to do, I need rapid breeders for pop growth, because there's going to be a lot of colonies if I do this right. It's colony spamming. It's colony spamming. You'd be surprised how broken it is in the base game. I'm going to need to counter it with something, so I picked sedentary, since I never do resettling. And I don't really need to do much immigrating either. And I picked non-adaptive because of the 2 guaranteed habitable worlds. Those, at the very least, will be at least what starts the snowball, and I'll handle the rest with the other species that come wandering in. Industrious, because I'm planning on getting minerals. There will also be flea spam involved, doom stacking. And if I'm going to be colony spamming to put down as many alloy refineries as I can find, or as much as the game would allow me to put down, then I'm going to need a ton of minerals to support that. And traditional, because we're going to be beelining the unity trees as much as I can as well, for those bonuses as well. Anyway, onward. Alright, with the game settings picked, Iron Manning is turned off in case I have messed up too big to recover, and the rest of it is just default. And as long as we don't get sandwiched between the 2 advanced starts, then I will have snowballed enough to take those on when the time comes. All right, let's conquer us a galaxy. Alright. Anyway, if you want to read this for yourself, then pick the origin. So. Oh. Well, this is quite the system. I clicked random system.
Welcome, Strategos. I am Veer, a prototype synthetic intelligence developed under utmost secrecy by the military. High Command has activated me to serve as your advisor and strategic analyst.
Let's just set it on.
I will provide tips explaining only basic functions.
Okay. Sometimes I forget things, so I prefer not to have it turned off completely. Now, let's get ourselves started. Now, what is this? Oh, it's a 3-star. Okay, so.
This is our construction ship.
Hey, shut up. I know that. Okay, we can assign that to that while we're at it.
This is our science ship.
Shut up. And I'll take a look at the immediate vicinity. We're down Here, I picked a medium-sized galaxy, but... Ooh. I don't know about this start. I'll just roll with it. It's to demonstrate a build anyway, even if I crash and burn. You can blame my inadequacy at this game and not the build. Now, we want survey. We go in a simple loop for now. The survey, pull this up, going. Now, here's what we want to do. Features. Yeah, that'll do it. I don't have enough energy credits to take care of that just yet, so we'll pretend it's not there. We don't have enough resources to do anything yet, so let's assign us some researchers.
Is where we will be directing our...
Alright, so we actually got really lucky with this. I swear there was no reloading. You're gonna want the energy grid pretty early. Well, because of how much you're dumping into alloys, you need to benefit your economy in other ways. So if you can get a lot of energy grids as well, then that should allow for some leeway on the energy things. You can buy stuff, delay horrible things. And let's see, what does that do? I always end up struggling with food for this build, so I'm going to pick this. And I have also read that basic strike craft is good for these because it ups your fleet capacity in the long run. Not at first, but in the long run. In terms of...
This is our system's starbase.
Okay. You know, maybe I should have just turned that thing off. Shipyard. I'm gonna build us another science ship. Go to... leaders.
Tab lets us hire, dismiss.
And recruit. We don't have enough unity yet. Okay. Okay. Fine. We'll just let it take over then. Oh, I missed that. We don't have enough resources. So we're just gonna deal with it. Anyway, this next part's a bit slow, the initial build up, so we'll just skip this and meet back up whenever I get around to the fun bit again. Okay, we are back. Some time has passed. Not very much, but what we want to do, first tradition, is, let's see, first because we need need a lot of space to do this if I'm going to colony spam. Ordinarily, I would pick domination first, but that's not what we're doing right here. So, yeah. Alright, some time has passed once again. And since I'm playing wide with this one, I've started dumping out science ships in every direction to attempt a massive empire before too long. And here's our first colony, named Frederick. You see, Frederick here. Not to be confused with Elmano, the governor. Frederick, the colony, is going to need an alloy foundry. Because we need to get that number up. This isn't good enough for our purposes. That needs to go up. Put an industrial district in there too. Check on these. Ah. We don't have enough minerals to get these yet. But next order of business is to slap down a stronghold because we're going to be doing a lot of wars. And of course, an alloy foundry. From here, I don't have automatic surveying on, mostly because I have specific paths in mind so they don't crisscross and waste time. As per usual, we'll come back when something fun happens. Okay, a bunch of time has passed, both in-game and in real life. It's actually been a day or two since I last recorded the other part of it. But it's gotten to an acceptable point to showcase how it went so far. So, turns out the Black Crown thing is beneficial to this build simply because it allows you to research gateways way faster than anyone else, I've found. It does some other things, most of them negative, which is why a lot of people hate it. But if you doom stack and just leave it in the home system, then anything that comes out of it in a negative event will be stopped by your fleets here. Speaking of which, I should probably move these guys into the system in case something comes out, because I got the start of an event chain recently. Galaxy-wise, because of various bonuses I have, I am actually superior in fleet power to this advanced start here. They're expanding pretty fast, but so am I. Oh yeah. The intel is falling because I had to temporarily remove an envoy. Do something else for the moment, but I've put it back now. Let's see. Can I make any more claims yet? Just to make them angry, I'm going to try to claim that. In terms of society stuff, I did get expansion first to speed that up, but I got supremacy and domination after that for its bonuses because it's looking like they're going to attack me pretty soon. Got supremacy so I could get the ship build speed and naval capacity upgrades. And this is going to be next whenever that occurs. Yeah, I picked the first Ascension perk as Interstellar Dominion because it lowers the cost to build starbases, which is key to rapid expansion, especially when you've got a very vicious neighbor. That's all so far, except for one thing. Let's see. Assign a scientist. Oh. I guess they're all busy right now. Anyway. Your starports should have anchorages if you're doing this, because each anchorage per level of whatever this is up +4, and +4 isn't very much by itself, but once you start building a bunch of them, then it tends to stack pretty fast, especially if you have multiple in these slots. Go to the world of Frederick. Stability is up pretty good. I set it as a forage world so that these would focus on alloy production because these need to go up. Speaking of which, let's add one more on there. And because the consumer goods would have suffered, I set the other colony to that, which means these are worth a little less, but now that I'm looking at this, it might be a smarter idea to swap those. I'll fix it later. The idea is to try to get as much space as possible and take these guys out while they're weak.
One of our envoys is now building a spy network.
I know. And well, they're inferior currently, so what we want to do is probably declare war. I'm not going to do it right now, but as long as these guys are here, I've set up a relatively small doom stack. I don't actually have destroyers yet, but I managed to get a random event that spawned one for me. So that's how I have it. Couldn't hurt to get some allies in case it goes wrong, but so far it's just them that have revealed themselves. There was a smaller empire here that got eaten pretty fast. So they're quick about it. Anyway, let's come back once I've declared war, so you can watch me wreck them with my doom stack. Alright, enough time has passed. I figure it's time to show these guys a thing or two before they snowball. Of course, to save the game in case this goes horribly wrong. Alright. The snowball has officially begun. I won the war, managed to get this sector from these guys, and have expanded quite a bit. I see these two planets. Three. However, these guys didn't like it when I tried to put a colony on that one. So, since they're a fallen empire, I don't feel like messing with them. That they're scary. Basically, what you got to do is use your relative power and just bribe people into joining you at this point.